Hi guys, Mrnewmobile here. Please subscribe followed by the bell. So we've got 4 new updates about the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and yes, one of them involves Samsung backtracking on a questionable decision they made with the S25 Ultra. So first things first, let's talk about the camera drama happening with the S26 Ultra. Right now, there are 2 different rumors floating around and they completely contradict each other. The first one claims the S26 Ultra will keep the same quad camera layout as the S25 Ultra but upgrade the 3x telephoto lens to a 50MP sensor. Then comes the second rumor, which mentions that Samsung's allegedly scrapping both the 3x and 5x zoom lenses in favor of a single massive 200MP sensor with 4x optical zoom. Yes, one periscope lens to rule them all. The idea here is that this new sensor can handle both short-range and long-range zoom duties all by itself. Now, which one of these is actually happening? Well, let's break it down. Ice Universe came forward and admitted that rumor came from its own hopeful speculation, not a real leak. Of course, that didn't stop half the internet from running with it like it was useful. So if you saw that floating around, now you know it's not happening. It's a bit more interesting. It comes from a leaker who says it's based on current prototypes. But here's the problem. This particular leaker's track record isn't exactly spotless. So yeah, take this one with a healthy surfing of skepticism. That said, Digital Chat Station, a Chinese leaker with a much better track record, also reported the same 200MP periscope setup, and this gives the rumor a bit more weight. Chinese phone makers have already pulled off this kind of sensor with strong results across both short and long zoom ranges. So it does make sense for Samsung to consolidate the zoom lenses into one super sensor that does it all. But again, until someone like Ice Universe confirms it, it's still in the maybe pile. Next up, let's talk about the S Pen. Apparently, Samsung is considering bringing Bluetooth functionality back to the S Pen with the S26 Ultra just a year after removing it from the S25 Ultra. Look, I personally wouldn't hold my breath on the Bluetooth S Pen making a comeback. Yeah, we diehard S Pen users weren't thrilled about losing the remote features, and we were pretty vocal about it. But let's be real, most average users didn't even notice, and the S25 Ultra still sold like crazy. From a business standpoint, Samsung probably saved a decent chunk of change by ditching Bluetooth, and I doubt there are any rush to reverse that decision just to please a small subset of users like us. So in my opinion, this one is very unlikely. Now, on the topic of battery life, the tipster mentions that the battery capacity on the current prototype is sitting at 5,500 mAh with room for improvement, since it's still early days. Now this one seems more legit. We've heard from multiple sources that the S26 Ultra will pack a bigger battery. Whether it's 5,500 mAh or possibly even 6,000 mAh is still unclear, but either way it's a solid step up. With that increase, Samsung might finally bump up the charging speed too. It's about time, honestly. 45W charging just doesn't cut it anymore in 2025. Another cool addition coming to the S26 Ultra is a variable aperture on the main camera. Samsung first dabbled in this tech back with the S9 Plus, but that system was pretty basic with only a couple of fixed stops. This time around though, the variable aperture will reportedly function more like a proper camera with a smooth range of aperture levels. The advantage? Better depth of field control and more accurate exposure in different lighting conditions. And of course, under the hood, the S26 Ultra will feature the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2. Early AnTuTu benchmark numbers are already out, and they show a massive 41% performance jump over the original 8 Elite. Now sure, AnTuTu isn't exactly the gold standard when it comes to real-world performance. But a 41% jump? That's a big leap, especially considering the 8 Elite was already a huge upgrade. Moving on, the S25 Edge was originally set to launch on April 15th. But that's no longer happening. Samsung has quietly pushed the release to May 13th. No one's giving a straight answer on why, but insiders say it's not a product issue. Samsung is finally fixing the embarrassing charging animation in One UI 7. All this while, the charging animations looked something out of a cheap Android skin from 2014. Now they're cleaner, smoother, and actually look like they belong on a flagship phone. Speaking of updates, Android 16 and One UI 8 are also bringing a bunch of new features. That is it guys, without being said, let me know your thought in the comment below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching, see you on my next video. Peace out.